All right, guys, we are out here today at Mr. McCarthy's property in Conway, South Carolina. What we've got going on currently is a prescribed repair from the insurance company for a multitude of shingles on every facet of this roof. What we're going to be doing today is an attempted repair. We've had a handful of the roofs that we've worked on in this specific neighborhood give us a good amount of trouble with completing repairs or being able to complete them properly, rather. So we're just going to film ourselves doing an attempted repair, see how that goes. One of the biggest issues that we've had is the mat transfer. When unsealing these 3-tab shingles, there seems to be somewhat of a manufacturer defect that is causing severe mat transfer, even with extreme caution being displayed when trying to perform the attempted repair. So we're gonna do just that. We're gonna display an extreme amount of caution. I am going to attempt to unseal these shingles as gently as possible as to avoid any further damage that isn't currently existing. What we've done here, I've outlined the shingle that was already covered for repair. It's got CR on it for covered repair. That's outlined here in chalk. As you can see, what I've also done is I have labeled the tabs that will need to be unsealed and slightly manipulated in order to successfully perform the repair and remove the nail heads underneath each one of those said tabs. Okay, so we'll start off with unsealing the tabs. Here we have our covered repair. As you can see, doesn't need unsealed. It was already wind damaged. Start with tab number 1. As you can see, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna place my hand atop of this tab just to help give it more stability and pressure so that we can more gently unseal these, as we've been having all the concerns that we have been having. And again, gonna display as much caution as I can here as I attempt to get this tab unsealed. And yeah, it is. And again, I'm applying a good amount of pressure, but I am also doing it very gently. All right, so we got tab 1 unsealed, and I'll show you in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna unseal tab 2. I'm gonna do 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then before we proceed, we'll lift up each one of those tabs, take a look at how that looks underneath the shingle, just to confirm that we're able to continue the repair. So move on to tab number 2. And to our specific concerns with the unsealing process and the repair process of these specific shingles, we actually got a letter from the manufacturer that is coinciding with those concerns, and stating that they are both aware of those concerns and that those shingles, once they have incurred so much mat transfer, are thus rendered damaged and will not properly function as intended, and those shingles must be repaired. That's what the manufacturer's stating whenever we did some more further digging as to why this is happening, as you should be able to complete a successful repair with just displaying a little bit of caution, I'm displaying an immense amount of caution as I try to unseal these, and we'll see here in a minute. I haven't even looked myself, but from the way it feels, this is not going to be pretty. When we see the underside of these tabs, I mean, you can hear it, just the way it is pulling the shingle that it adhered to away. And as you can see, I'm not jerking, I'm not lifting, I'm not doing a bunch of crazy stuff to try to create damage. I am doing the most careful procedures possible. Not that this statement is really applicable, but it's safe to say, with a multitude of these shingles covered on each slope, it might be slightly difficult to find a laborer that is willing to be as cautious as I am right now. Not that that matters, because even with my caution, I can tell you it's not pretty. And actually, what I'll do, because I've got the covered repair shingle. All three of those tabs are unsealed. I've got the shingle in one row above the covered repair shingle. I've got those tabs unsealed, specifically referring to tabs 3, 4, and 5. What I'd like to do at this point, Dustin, I'm gonna have you come on down to this side of things. We are going to lift these tabs up just enough so that the camera can see exactly what it looks like and exactly how much of an issue this is, what we're dealing with. We'll start with tab 3 here. So tab 3, you can see literal chunks. Show this shingle too. So point it up. Yep, right there. Here, look, across the entirety, and you have chunks missing. The entirety. Let's go to tab 4. The entirety. And these shingles are damaged now, so I'm not so concerned. I'm gonna go ahead and bend this up because I want this to be super conclusive when you see this. Like, we are not throwing stuff against the wall and hoping it sticks. This is legitimately a failed product at this point. These tabs, 3, 4, and 5, separate from the crease because I just lifted it. Pretend that's not there. 3, 4, and 5, these tabs are damaged and they were not prescribed in the original repair. I, as a licensed general contractor, in good faith to my customer, will not do a repair and leave his shingles in his home in this condition. Before the storm came, there was zero mat transfer, and these were sealed, and he was in good shape. This will never reseal. If I replace this covered repair shingle with a new one, this shingle above it is never going to function properly because of that mat transfer. And this is going to happen with every single